for joining this session. My name is Mohammad Basham. I'm Cloud Alliances Manager at Virtusa. I am a citizen developer as well. To give you a brief about me, I lead global operations for three of the hyperscalers: AWS, Microsoft, and GCP. So apart from managing apart from managing operations, I create opportunities on the portal. So I sync opportunities. I just see whether SFDC and opportunities created on the SFDC by client partners have been created. Have they created the same opportunity on the partner portal or not? Then funding benefits, giving details about the partner programs. So as a lead partner or partner operation, global partner operations, there's a time gap, and whenever a client partner wants to reach out to me, I'll not be awake. So what I did was then that it triggered an idea in me to create a Power Virtual Agent within Teams, since we are using Teams as internal messenger. And also I always wanted to try Power Platform, since it was free, being Microsoft partner, and it's a privilege. And one of the benefits of being a Microsoft partner, they provide us some of the free licenses. So I got this Power Platform license bundled in my O365 license. Although it had some limitations, but I could carry on and execute my purpose and my use case on top of it. So sorry. Yeah. So just to give you a brief about Microsoft cloud landscape, you have six different verticals: Microsoft modern workplace, business applications, infrastructure, digital and app innovation, data and AI, and security. And on top of it, Microsoft has come up with industry-specific verticals. And today we will be discussing more about Power Platform, which is one of the category in business application. So why go for Power Platform? There are enormous challenges in today's world for building a application from scratch, be it budget constraint, time constraint. You don't have resources in hand, and you have IT restrictions, and IT has to develop and maintain the application from scratch. And then you have security and other compliance concern. So keeping that in mind, Microsoft has come up with a robust no-code, low-code platform called Power Platform. So Power Platform is a low-code, no-code platform where you can analyze the data, build applications from scratch, and automate some of your business processes. So it can be used by anybody, from professional developer to frontline worker, or a citizen developer can like me, who has less or minimal technical knowledge. So in Power Platform, again, you have four different areas: Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents. So Power BI is a business intelligence tool, which can be easily integrated into not just into Microsoft suite, but also into any third party softwares. Power Apps is a robust app building platform. There are three types of Power Apps again. One is Canvas apps, model driven apps, and portals. Canvas apps, as the name suggests, it's a blank canvas. You can develop an app from the scratch, and you can design every pixel of the app. And when it comes to model driven app again is as the name suggests, it's driven by data. So you have less flexibility of designing the UI, but all the data which is connected into dataverse, and on top of it, you can develop a model-driven app. Then you have Power Automate. Power Automate is nothing but you build workflows to automate some of your business processes. And then you have Power Virtual Agents. Power Virtual Agents is a robust chatbot which can be integrated into Teams or on your website, so on and so forth. And in Power Automate again, coming back to Power Automate, you have three types of flows. Earlier, Power Automate was called as power flows. Power flows. So cloud flows is one where you automate some of your activities, like if a row is created, then email is sent to the concerned person. So those kind of flows comes under cloud flow. And then you have Power Automate Desktop, which is one of my favorite, where you can automate not just legacy application, but you can do the web automation also. And then you have business flows, which provides you a guided experience. As an example, if you're trying to implement a sales pipeline, as and how a pipeline moves, opportunity moves from lead to closure, the conditions and the stages are provided by business flows. So these are the three types of flows in Power Automate. And then you have data connectors. So there are 500 plus out of the box data connectors currently, which you can use to integrate some of the Power Apps, Power Platform application itself, or connect Power Platform applications with the third-party softwares. So in data connectors, again, you have three types of data connectors: standard connectors, premium connectors, and custom connectors. So standard connectors comes as a freebie with your bundled licenses, and for premium connector you have to buy per user or per app plan. For if in case you don't find any connector for your business processes, what you can do is you can build a custom connector from scratch. Even that provision is there. Then you have AI Builder. AI Builder is a turnkey solution which you can plug and play and start working on the start using the AI capabilities. So in AI, for AI Builder, under AI Builder, you have two categories. One is pre-built models, and other is custom models. Pre-built models, you can't do much, and you have to use whatever is there on the portal. And then custom models, you can design, train, and deploy a AI model without any data science or technical skills. And then you have Dataverse, which is heart of Power Platform. So Dataverse is a robust relational database wherein you can store the information in the form of tables in the in and it provides a row level security, and you can apply logic to the extent of data layer instead of application layer. So this is a brief about Power Platform. So for today's demo, the services what I have used: Power Virtual Agents. I have installed Power Virtual Agents on Teams, and then I have used Power Automate. In Power Automate I have used Cloud Flows, and that Cloud Flow calls Power Automate Desktop to create opportunities on the portal. And then I have used on-prem data gateway as well. And if in case our chatbot or Power Virtual Agent doesn't answer some of the queries, it is redirected to Q&A Maker, where I have created a knowledge database, and it extracts information from there and provides you the information. And the use cases what were relevant to me could be relevant to you as well, like creating opportunities on the portal. So usually what I have come across in my previous life and current role, right? Client partners create opportunities on the Salesforce, but they don't duplicate the effort on the on partner portal. As a result of which, there's a less partner visibility, even though you're closing a lot of opportunities on the field, but there'll be less visibility to the top management, and you would be connected with the field sales solution specialist or account executives. But if they leave, your brand also leaves with them. So you don't have that top level connect. So top level connect, what they do is they check the portal, how many opportunities is registered on the portal. They don't have visibility how many wins you have on your Salesforce or Dynamics 365. So registering opportunities, connecting to PDM if there are any queries. So if you don't want to execute any of the use cases, you directly want to connect to the PDM, you just need to type in the pain point what you have and what the reason you want to connect with the PDM. and an email goes with your information. The email is triggered to the PDM, and then you can have the conversation with the PDM, and no advanced specialization. So because of compliance and NDA related activities, I can't give you more information because this information would be on my company portal, and I can't expose my company portal. What I have done is I've created a temporary portal, temporary website. I can try to depict some of the information, but most of the information I won't be able to provide because of compliance. Funding related information also is the same. So I'll provide how the use case works, and how you can automate, how you can and how I where exactly I was stuck, and how some tips and tricks of making the funding process reliable, and how you can add more features to the funding process. I can give you that information as well. And the last but not least use case is system fallback. Suppose you don't have any information, um, um, uh, if the use case is not listed and you don't want to talk to PDM, so what you can do is you just need partnership information. You can just type in the information in system fallback. A system I have created a flow which calls a Q&A maker, and Q&A maker searches in its Azure, sorry, in its database, knowledge database, and provides you the information. So let's quickly jump to the demo. So what I will do is, first I'll try to explain you each and every flow what I've just told, and then I'll try to get into the bot section. What I'm trying to say is, I'll try to explain the conditions, the authoring canvas. I'll try to explain the topics, and then I'll get into chatbot demo. Yeah. So usually these bots should be available. You can integrate Power Virtual Agents into your teams. It's pretty easy to install Power Virtual Agents or any application on Teams. So what you need to do is, only thing, if Power Virtual Agents is not available, you should talk to your admin, O365 admin, and ask for access. So what you can do is, you can click on these three icons and type in Power Virtual Agents, right? So I have already installed to show the demo because of because of paucity of time. What you can do is, you can just install, and then once you install, you have this tabs available on your Power Virtual Agent on Teams. You can add a new chatbot, right? You can just add a new chatbot and start filling the information and designate it to your team, or your team that you want your team to use the chatbot into, right? So I have created a pbot. So to start with, what I have done is, uh, there are some under topics you have different kind of topics. Topics are nothing but uh, uh, where you implement all the workflows. Suppose there are some trigger phases, you put the trigger phases, and for the trigger phases, what would be the actions. So together you put it into a topic. So you have different topics, user related topics, and then system topics. System topics are nothing but you can't delete these topics. You can play with it. You can put some cloud flows. You can make some changes into system topics, but you can't delete the system topics. But user topics are nothing but what you create, and you can play with it, and you can delete the topics. So what I have done is, I have started with greeting, right? So I'll just open the authoring canvas. So what happens once you greet, right? It will automatically directs you to the another topic which I have created from scratch. That is nothing but partnerships. So let me just show you what happens if I click in hi. The bot automatically picks up my name, because it's tightly integrated. PVA Teams is tightly integrated with your Azure AD. So it automatically picks up picks up my name and then redirects it to partnership topic. So let me click on partnership topic. So for today's session, I have prepared only I've prepared only for Microsoft. I have not. I don't want to get into GCP and AWS. So it gets into partnership topics, and these are the different phrases which you can use. You can greet, or you can directly get into. You can just type in Power Automate, and it takes directly to the partnership topic. So here you can just mention Microsoft as an example. I want to explore my Microsoft partnership. Then it asks for some information like, do you want to register an opportunity? Do you want to get any funding details? Do you want to get some details on advanced specialization, or you want to connect with the PDM? Others is nothing but connect with the PDM. So I'll walk you through each of the use cases. So I've built this flow so that I can implement different scenarios. So let's first get into register opportunity. Yeah. So once I click on register opportunity, this Microsoft form link that I need to fill. So once I click, it tells you please click on the link and fill the form to register the opportunity. Thank you. So what happens after that is thank you for filling the form. You will receive a confirmation email shortly with the opportunity ID. Okay. So what I'll do is let me click the link and start filling the information. So yeah, let me customer as SBI Kumar Ranga. So this information I have depicted from Microsoft Partner Portal. So I'll just put some arbitrary phone number. I just put some kr at sbi dot in, deal name Azure migration, estimated value of around 100K. What is the currency? Currency is in U. Let me make it as 1 million INR. Estimated close date would be around last week of Feb. Your partner CRM ID, so that it's a good practice to put your CRM ID. So this opportunity was forwarded. This opportunity is filled by Scott Nichols. I just put some number. I'll put my personal ID to show you the demo. Then I'll try to add, these are the partner solution. I've just picked some solutions. So I've in the Microsoft Forms, I've used branching. So here you can see once I click partner solutions, it automatically gave me some other options, right? Like I want to use Azure Migration Accelerator and I want to use Azure solutions, Microsoft solution. Do you need help from Microsoft? Yes, I need help from Microsoft. What kind of help you need from Microsoft? Let it be proof of concept and demo. And would you like to see would you like Microsoft sellers to waive the deal? Yes. And then I'll put some opportunity ID. This ID, I'm hard coding it because when it comes to real portal, there'll be automatic opportunity ID generated when you create an opportunity. Since I don't have access to the partner portal, I'm create hard coding this opportunity ID name here. So once I submit this opportunity, a flow triggers. Here you can just see a flow started running, right? So when a new response is submitted, get responses, right? It gets my response. We have submitted response on form. We are getting that response. We are posting a message on Teams, and we are sending an email. to the concerned person who has registered the opportunity. Let's see whether I've received. Yeah, Scott Nichols has submitted the opportunity, and these are the details what we have filled, right? So these details should be provided, and automatically a Power Automate desktop would be open. So you can see on the screen, Cloudflow is calling Power Automate desktop. It will take some time. Let me just go through the flow and explain you what has just happened. So email has sent, and Power Automate desktop has started running. So here it's trying to open the portal. I have given my ID and password. It automatically takes my ID and password and gets into the portal, register all the information what I've provided on form. I'll show you how I've passed the information from Cloudflow to Power Automate desktop, and then I've registered the opportunity. Let this flow continue. See here, it automatically fills the information, and it start filling the information whatever I've provided on the portal, right? On the forms, right? Submitted. Like once it's submitted, the concerned person would again get an email that opportunity is submitted, right? This opportunity is submitted. Here you can see the flow. Flow is still running. Yeah, flow ran successfully. You can see there. Email has been sent. Yeah, here you can see that Scott Nichols has come submit. Sorry, Microsoft opportunity is created, and this is the opportunity ID. Right now, what Scott Nichols can do is he can keep this opportunity ID and talk to the Microsoft PDM, tell that we have created this opportunity, and this is the opportunity ID, and then fast track it, talk to the PDM or Microsoft Sales Solution Specialist, and ask them for any funding or have a parallel conversation with them, right? So let me get deeper into the flows what I have created. So here you can see that what once we submit the response, a flow, this all this information I've got it from a template which was already there on my Power Automate website, Power Automate portal, right? Once the response gets, there'll be a message submitted on the portal as well. I'll just show you the message as well here. Sorry. Uh, Here you can see that Scott Nichols has submitted the opportunity. So here you can see the message, and here you can see the email I have already shown you, and then I'll show you how did the Power Automate desktop bot work. And to uh, for the Power Automate desktop bot to work, you need to install on-prem data gateway, right? Here you can see that once I have passed this information from Cloud Flows into Power Automate desktop through input and output variables, right? These are the variables which when you extract the information from the website, these are the flow variables which are created, but this cannot be passed across uh, the Power Automate desktop. So you have to create input and output variables. So what I did was I have given my input, my username as Fatah and password as what you said 534, and then I have got all the information. Here you can see that once I started filling the information in the form, right, and submitted the form, the form information is again it's passed to the Power Automate desktop. Let me show it. Let me edit and I'll show you. So how the information is passed. So here you can see that a desktop flow. I have selected. Here one more trick is, so suppose you're using different environment. This is a developer environment. Even in Power Automate desktop, it should be a developer environment. If it's some other environment, you can't see these Cloud Automate desktop flows over here, right? You should keep that in mind. So I have used this Salesforce to Partner Center. So here I have passed the variables, right? Form variables here. This these are dynamic variables. Everything I got it from the forms. Here, get response is there, right? This picks up the form details and puts the then we have to just map the details to the Power Automate desktop variables, right? Here I had already created the variables, and this variable would reflect in this form, and then I had to just map the variables. So country, name, everything I mapped, right? So once that mapping is done, the variables are passed into Power Automate desktop. Similarly, once the opportunity is submitted, I have mapped output variable into the email, and then the output variable is passed into this flow and cloud flow, and the email is triggered. Here the mapping is done. I did the mapping, input variable. Here I created the input variable, and I did the mapping over here, right? So this is how flow worked. Yeah, let me come back to my second use case. So this time I will not rate it as high. I'll directly rate it as Microsoft. So it directly takes me to the. Let me just open the authoring canvas so that you can understand better. It didn't introduce me. It directly took to my query. Now this time I'll select funding. It asked me which kind of funding you want to go with, since we have broad verticals in Microsoft, whether you want I want to funding in Azure, whether I want to funding in modern workplace business applications, or there's another concept like pi power investment sorry power investment sorry partner investment engine. So you can select that. So I'll select business applications. So if I select business applications, this provides me information like what are the type of activities you can do, type 1, type 2 activities, and what is the criteria, what is the funding I would get, and to note and a note to the CP who now understand what would be the funding, and before reaching out to the PDM, he'll have this information first hand, right? So this is funding information, and then I'll try and get into advanced specialization. Let me refresh it. Right. So if I click on advanced specialization, so advanced special people who are not from partner background, just to tell you what is advanced specialization is nothing but a differentiation. It's a competency that you achieve with Microsoft to differentiate with other partners. It might be Azure related competency. It might be a modern workplace related competency, business application related competency. So I want to know about business application advanced specialization. So it provides me a link. So what you can do over here is you can put a lot of other features into this app, since because of NDA and compliance issues, I couldn't get into the portal and show you how to get information from the portal. Get using Power Automate desktop, you can extract information from the web pages and give the exact information whether you qualify for the advanced specialization or not, and where are you lacking, and if you qualify, what is the next step. So these kind of information can be integrated using Power Automate desktop into your chatbot, right? So here I have just provided the funding information that is related to business applications. right? You can get more details over here. Now, last use case that I want to explain is others. Suppose you don't want to get into, you don't want to register opportunities. You are pretty much familiar with the funding details, or you don't want to get into advanced specialization, right? You want to connect with the PDM. So what do you do? So there is another option that I have created. Again, you can play with this chatbot. You can put any details you want. You can just, so I have not used a single line of code while developing this chatbot. If you click on others, it will tell like we would be sending an email to Microsoft PDM, Chris Parker. Let me know your query. So I want to connect with Microsoft BFSI lead, right? A simple sentence. Now, email would be triggered to Chris Parker. So right now, I have used my email ID itself, um, not spamming my colleague's inbox. Let me just show you the email what I have received. See here, you can see that Mohammad Fatullah Basha needs your help with Microsoft Query. This is the email which is triggered, would be triggered to Partner Development Manager. Hi Chris, need your attention for the following query. I want to connect with Microsoft BFSI lead. So that info. Now what you can do is, link is established. You can directly talk to the PDM. So I'm talking about my company PDM, but you can. You can replace the company PDM with Microsoft PDM and have the conversation on the email itself, right? You can start the conversation from here. So these are few topics, and last topic would be system fallback topic. Suppose you need some information which is not there on the portal, what you have to do. So there's an option called system topic, so system fallback. So that provides you uh, much more flexibility. So what I have done is, suppose you're not getting any information from the chatbot, you can just type in that information. Sorry, the test part. So I wanted to know how do we get funding from unmanaged partners. So what we do, so what I have done is here unrecognized user input. I have not given any options in the chatbot. So what I have done is I've called a Power Automate flow, Cloud Flow, which calls a Q&A maker, um, Q&A maker, Azure, which is a Azure service. Here, what I have done is I have already trained. I have created a knowledge base, and I have trained. I've trained the model. So here you can see, you can just train, save, and train and test, right? So here I've put all the information, and I'll just mention. Let's mention unmanaged customers, right? I just mention unmanaged customer here. I think there is a bug here, but let me explain over here. No issues. Let me just test here. So if I click on Microsoft PDM, it automatically tells Chris Parker is Microsoft PDM, where it's listed over here, right? Let me just see why this is not working. So usually because of connectivity issue also it happens. So because of connectivity issue uh, my Q&A maker is not getting triggered, but I'll explain you the flow, which is the most important thing. So what I've done is, you can one more important thing what I would like to tell is, you can use Power Automate Flow for automate from Teams itself. You have integrated Power Virtual Agents, and in Power Virtual Agents, you can use Power Automate Desktop. Sorry, Power Automate Flows. So you can see here, I'm directly opening Power Automate here. So here you get the unrecognized text. And here, this is the knowledge based information. Q&A maker knowledge based information. I have initialized a variable name response, and then I have applied to the answers. Whatever answers are given, right, that output is given to the Power Automate Power Virtual Agents. No, I think it's not working, but you can make use of fallback as well. We'll try and make use of fallback in some time. Let's see. Let's start working on the pbot now. So I've shown you the demo. Now this is the real bot what I have deployed. So if I tell hi, so this is the look and feel how a pbot or a Power Virtual agent can be integrated directly into your Teams group. So you can click over here and get more information about advanced specializations. And if you click yes, so here you can play around. You can make this chatbot really robust. It can provide a lot of information. It can search through the knowledge bases, and you can make use of the power of Azure. On top of it, you can place this chatbot and make use of it. So that's it, folks. Let me know if you have any queries.
Thank you, Mohammed, for that presentation. Let's check for questions. Okay, can't see any questions in at the moment. Any
Yeah.
questions in relation to Mohammed's actually quite impressive presentation where he shows the Power Automate desktop in action with Power Automate and virtual agents. So are there any questions around challenges or, I mean, you've actually been sharing a lot of the issues that you faced on
Yes,
this
sir.
particular
Yeah.
example, Mohammed. And you also mentioned how being a Microsoft partner gave you access to a lot of those features. Um, Now, um, I do have, I think there is a question here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nida is asking a question. Can we share a bot to all team users as a solution?
Yes, Nida. Thank you for your question. It can be shared to the teams. I'll just show you how to share the bot. So you just need to go over here, Power Virtual Agents, chatbots. And by the way, I developed this solution within a week just by watching YouTube videos and following some of the well-known mentors in Power Platform. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So here you have publish option, Nida. I think there's a connectivity issue. So, Nida, what you can do is once you test the bot, right? You're happy with the bot, it's working fine. What you can do is you can click on publish button, and there'll be an option. You can share the link, or you can share within the teams group itself. So what I have done is I have shared it within, yeah, here. Open the bot in Teams, right? Or share or publish. Make available here. Make the bot available to others. You can click over here, and then you can mention the names or Teams group itself. Yeah, availability options. Add to cloud partnership. Cloud partnership is nothing but a team what I've created. Yeah, this is the team what I've created. Yeah. Anything else?
Next question by Coquelin is great session. Thank you. What are the challenges you faced when passing data captured
Mhm.
from forms and then using them to fill on the portal using RPA?
The major challenges were I was naive I was naive about this technology. I didn't know how to pass the variables. I started using so one challenge what I felt is many people started using different environments. So you create Power Automate desktop in separate environment, and then Power Cloud Flows in different environment. So whenever I was trying to check whenever I was trying to check whether the Power Automate desktop flows were reflecting on cloud flows or not, they were not visible. Then I had to raise a support query, and they helped me out that I was using two different environments. So I believe I was naive, and these were some of the challenges. If you watch a video carefully, it will be easy for you to understand how to pass the variables, and there'll be no challenge. You have to
Okay,
do a
great.
proper mapping as well.
Yep. Tiksha's asking, can we integrate chatbots to fetch details from the database?
You can do it. You can actually what you can do is you can upload your database. Probably I'm not sure what your database would be, but you can upload your database in Q&A maker. That was what I was explaining, and it can make you can train the Q&A maker properly, and since and you can start making use of the Q&A maker and integrate the Q&A maker with the PVA, and start getting information from the Q&A maker. Yes, it can be done. I'll just show you how to create a data knowledge base as well. You create a Q&A service here, subscription, period, English. So simple information, just write the name and then create a, you can add files over here, databases, and then you can mention how your chat would go, whether it would be witty, whether it would be friendly, professional, and then create a chatbot. Once you create a chatbot, publish it, save it and train it, save it and then publish it. Here, save and train, test, publish. And when once you publish, right, you'll have some information, URL, etc. That information uh, you can put that in the cloud flows, one of the cloud flows. That's what I have done.
Okay, there is a question here saying, can I fetch data from an Azure SQL DB?
Uh, I am not sure about that. Probably you can do it because it's a robust platform, and I am naive to this technology. I don't have so much technical experience, but what I believe is you can do it. But I can give if you can connect me on LinkedIn. What I can do is I can get that answer from some of my peers and provide it to you.
Great. Okay. Any other questions? So Cochrane's mentioning you can connect to the Azure SQL from Power Automate. So that
Yeah,
should allow you to connect to the DB from Power Virtual Agent.
perfect. Thank you, Kukul.
Okay, so we've got another 15 minutes until our next session. Are there any other questions or any comments, or even general comments about Power Automate or about the bootcamp that's happening? We have obviously a 3-day bootcamp. So today's Power Automate. Tomorrow is Azure integration, and Sunday is Power Platform DevOps. So are there any other questions in relation to those topics? Feel free to drop them in the chat at any point. The objective of this event, guys, is to get everyone comfortable with automation, in particular, getting familiar with the technology of Power Automate, with Azure, with Power Platform, to solve your challenges, to solve your daily organizational challenges. So that's the objective for the bootcamp. And we want to ensure that the content that we're covering is addressing your needs. So I just want to thank Mohammed, and thank you for sharing your contact details, Mohammed. And also feel free to share any other details as well in the chat. There is another question, which
Yeah.
is, what is the advantage of desktop flows compared to cloud flows?
So there's a difference. They You can't use cloud flows for legacy applications. You have to go for desktop flows itself. And what I felt is Power Automate desktop or desktop flows is pretty much easy when compared to cloud flow. Cloud flow, you have to put all the variables in place. You have to design the flow. But here, by using web recorder, there's an option called web recorder. You just need to click, and the web recorder has all the information which you can again create it in the flow and start creating information or start filling the information. So you can't fill the websites, the information what I created on on the website, right? Filling the opportunity details, that you can't do it using webflow, sorry, cloud flows. So you have to go for a desktop flow, or if you want to enter any opportunity on the Salesforce, you have to go for a desktop flow itself.